Hi everyone, my name is Abel Grey Cantoma from Greatest Design Consult. This is my WhatsApp contact. You can reach me on this number or call me on any of these numbers, okay? Alright, today let's just talk about Staad.pro. I'm just going to give you a little insight or like a little overview of Staad.pro, okay? Um, let's jump right into it. As you can see, once you click on Staad.pro, it brings this window. This is basically what you will see. Um, for your own case, it may not necessarily really look like this, because here you can see this is telling me recent. That is the recent project I have done. So if you are a beginner, you may not have this. Alright, this is analytical, this is physical, project wide, archive, and all. So you are going to have all of this. The analytical, I'm going to be showing you how to go about that. So let's say we are creating a new project, but one of the key important things you need to do is to come to your configuration here and do your settings here. As you can see, based on the settings I have here, this language is in English. I am going to change this to metric units, very important. But if you are using feet, inches, pounds, you use the English, okay? So but I am using the metric unit. So here you can configure your background, how that you want this to look, to be in white. You can make it white. If you want it to be black, you can change all of that. Similarly, here you can also select any theme of your choice. So whichever you select, automatically it will update. You can see it has changed. Okay, so that is that. Then on this is on general settings. If I click on option, you can see here you can always save auxiliary data and all of that. Now you can remove Bentley logo from your report, because when you generate your report, automatically the Bentley logo, okay, because Staad.pro is owned by Bentley, it will display on your report. So you can remove by checking this. As we progress in the series, you are going to see how that displays. So I can uncheck it for now, and then when we generate a report from our design, I will come back here and uncheck it and check this, so that you will see how that works. Similarly, here you can see we have file formats. I can just leave this as it is. Joint coordinates, significant figures. Let's say I make this into 3. Design code is very important. So whichever code of practice you are actually using in your country, you can adopt that for your steel. You can also select a design code, like a code of practice. That's basically what it means. So you can choose a code of practice for your concrete member as well. So whichever concrete code of practice you want to adopt, you can select that. For aluminium is there, also for timber is also there. So that is that. We have been able to select our code of practice. Bentley cloud service, this is for cloud service. I'm not going into details about this. So if I click this and I click OK, I can click on new project. Once I click new, this menu will come up for me to select whether an analytical, a physical, or a building. Okay, so this is a model, this is a model, and then this is like in plan view. You can see my unit is in metric, which is how I want it to be. The location of where my files are going to be saved will be in document. You can see C, which is your computer / user / greatest / document. So it's going to be on document. You can browse to select anywhere as your directory. So even under documents, I can select a particular folder as my directory, and whatever I do on Staad.pro will automatically be saved in that folder. That is basically what it means. Alright, that is that. I am adopting my analytical, and I will leave it as it is like this, and I will click on create. I will click on yes. Mind you, you will have to rename that, although I didn't show you that, but the name of this project is Structure1. So you can rename that to whatever you want to give it. Similarly, if I come up the top left corner of my screen, you will see what we call the file. If I click on file, under file you can see we have info, we have new, we have open, save as we progress. You are going to see more of these settings as I will be showing you. Under my info, this is very important. Whatever the name of this project is, if it is proposed, let's say propose 3-bedroom duplex. So however, whatever the name of this project is, you give it that name. The client's name, Mr. John, for example. The job number, if it is 001, for example, revision, parts, reference, engineer's name, engineer, whatever, let's say engineer James, right? Check by engineer okay. So you can also specify the date this was design, it was approved on what date. So all of these you can provide their names. Okay, it's very straightforward. That's basically all you need to do, and this will be included in your report as well. So once you have done that, you can come to your settings here also and set your unit precision. We have been able to do a little settings there from the beginning, if you could remember. You can see here we have dimension settings. Is very important. You can see this is at the top. If I change it to baseline, you can see it's following whatever is giving you a preview of how it's going to look like. So I can leave that as it is. If I take this to the center, it goes. If I take it to the right, it goes. So however you want your dimension to look like, you can set that. You can see your forces here. Because we are using the metric unit, so this is definitely going to be in kilonewton. If we are using the English unit, definitely, which is the imperial unit, it's not going to be this. Okay, so your force, you can see this is in kilonewton automatically based on our settings. Okay, so similarly, section units, structure units, you can take out your time and do all of these necessary settings and fix all your units right, most especially for your maybe force section and then your structure unit, but automatically it's going to give you based on the metric unit and it's going to be okay. So you may probably not have need to come here and do any of these settings, but it's important sometimes in some peculiar cases you may want to do that. All right, so I have spoken extensively on these things. You can see here allows you to save your project. You can also save as. Here you have your reports, although I'm not going to really talk about this now until we have been able to do a model, analyze and design. We can come back to that. All right, so that is that. Let's come back to the Staad.pro interface entirely. You can see what you have here. The good thing is this Staad.pro is arranged properly for you. The first thing you do is to do your model, which is under the geometry. You have to model your structure, Then you assign the properties, which is probably the cross section of all your structural members. Then you assign the material, whether it's a concrete material, whether it's a steel member, and all that. The specification, um, here you can specify this specification. This is where you assign the loads that are on each structural member, for structure, for building structure, the slab, the loading starts from the slab, distribute the load to the beam to the column to the foundation. That's basically what you do. And then your supports, which from here you'll be able to specify a fixed pin, roller support and all of that on your member, for maybe your column and all that. Loading here, which is load cases, loading combination, your live load, your dead load, your wind load, seismic load and all of that. You can assign all of that loading from here. Then you analyze. By the time you are done with the entire model, you have actually assigned the property, the material, you have specified the material, you have given specified the support on your column members, and then you have loaded that member. Then you will need to analyze that structure. When you analyze, and then the final thing you do is to design. That is basically what ProtaStructure you can use to achieve. Mind you, ProtaStructure is a very wide Staad.pro. I mean Staad.pro. Staad.pro is a very wide software that can be used to achieve any structural member, any structural design can be achieved with a Staad.pro software. For as long as you can model it, the software can design it. So it's very, very wide. You can use it to achieve any kind of design. So it's a very great software that I will always recommend for you as an engineer that is watching this video right now. All right, so that is that. Let me give you a little hint about some of the basic tools that you will find in your Staad.pro software. You can see we have the grid, we have structure wizard, we have the translational repeats. It's a very great tool. Structure wizard, these are great tools. The beam, the notes, you do basically your major designs on your notes. It's very, very important for you to note that. Okay, so I'm really going to be showing you how to go about some of these as we progress. So that is that about the entire review. You can see basically all that I have here is what I have here as well. You can see, but in this case, these are all the basic tools for specification, for your loading, for assigning, for utilities, which I'm going to be speaking extensively on them even as we progress. If you come to your view, you can see this allows you to have an isometric view. Here you can have just the top view from the top. Okay, this you are viewing it from at the bottom. This is at the left view, this is at the front view, this is the right, and then this is the rear view, which is the back view. So that's basically what these tools are all about. This is for your zoom. You can also pan. There is a whole lot. It's very interesting. Just keep following. Even as we progress, I will keep giving you value on Staad.pro software. Alright, so if you love what you are seeing, just like this video and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel. It's actually 100% free. Click on the bell icon for you to always get a notification whenever I post videos. I post videos like this on a weekly, times on a daily, just to encourage as many that actually want to have a deeper insight of design. Make sure you stay safe and stay blessed.